Hello students. Next we enter into a new module, and this module is basically on the applications of Laplace transform. See, Laplace transform is a great tool. Why it is a great tool? To understand that, you will have to first understand how complex network theory becomes when we go for something that is called as time domain analysis. Okay, why? Because how a circuit will behave, that means what will be the output when applied with a time domain waveform, is a complex mathematical process. What do we mean by time domain waveform? Time domain waveform means a waveform which is dependent on time, or whose value is dependent on time. For example, take this particular waveform Vt. Now I have put voltage V which is dependent on time. That is why we have put V bracket of t. It is a function of time. So voltage with respect to time. So if I am going to draw the time axis like I have drawn here, and I am trying to draw some waveform, or I am going to show some waveform, I can show what is the amplitude of that. Suppose I write 5 here, then it means that at 0 time it will go from 0 voltage to a high voltage of 5. Next, at first, after 1 second, it will come down and it will again become 0 for 1 second, after which again it will go up, again it will become 5 for up to 3 seconds, and then again it will come down and become 0. So this is something that is there for this particular waveform. Like that, we can have many different waveforms. Suppose there can be a waveform which looks something like this. Okay, now this waveform means that we are having different values at different times. Again, this is basically known as the with respect to time. This is again a voltage with respect to time, so we can write it as voltage with respect to time. So if such a time domain waveform is applied to a circuit, an AC circuit which has resistance and capacitance and inductance. It is important to consider capacitance and inductance. Capacitance, inductance and resistance. Okay, R, L, C. If all of these components are there, see, R is not going to have much of a difference because the value of voltage or current in R does not change with respect to time. Whatever you give, that amount of voltage and current you will get across resistance. But that is not the case of a capacitor, because in the case of a capacitor, the voltage, we know that it's two plate, and when you charge a capacitor, the capacitor becomes positively charged in one end and negatively charged in the other end. So if we are having two plates and we have charge positively and negatively, what happens is that we get a voltage which is different at each instant of time. Why? Because capacitor is able to store voltage. Resistance is not able to do that. So the time domain behavior of a voltage across capacitor, or current through an inductor, or current through a capacitor, will all depend on what is the applied input. Okay. For example, in this simple RC circuit where we are having one resistance and one capacitance of some value connected to a voltage source which is giving a time domain waveform which has something like this kind of a shape, the voltage across a capacitor is going to look something like this. Now, how do you find this waveform? We can find this waveform by mathematical analysis, using the equation of voltage across a capacitor. Now this is something that you have already studied in your previous classes, that the voltage across a capacitor is given by the integration of current with respect to time. So as time keeps on increasing, as time keeps on increasing, as time keeps on increasing, the voltage across a capacitor keeps on changing based on what is the current flowing through it. And what is this additional? This is what was the initial voltage of the capacitor. See, if the capacitor is already charged, will it charge any further? No. It will not charge any further beyond a certain level. If it was charged up to, let's say at this point, it will start charging slowly up from there. Okay. So a capacitor's charge, present charge at some instant of time will depend on what was the initial voltage to which it was charged, and then with respect to time how additional voltage is getting charged by the capacitor. Okay, so you can see that this is going to be an integral equation. Similarly, if I am going to talk about the voltage across a inductor, the voltage across an inductor will be L di by dt. So it's going to be a differential equation. So basically we can say that such kind of analysis where we apply time domain waveform, it's going to be a complex mathematical process because it's an integro differential equation. It is called as an integro differential equation. It is called as an integro differential equation, sometimes also called as an integral differential equation. That means it will consist of an equation which has integration and differentiation, and we know one of the methods to solve it is to go for differential equations. And first order differential equation is simple to solve, but second order or higher orders of differential equations are difficult to solve using the methods, traditional classical methods. And that is where the mathematical complexity of solving time domain waveforms or analyzing the circuit for time domain for behavior in a time domain waveform application becomes a complex. So it's a complex process. Why? Because of the higher order differential equation. So what is the main issue? The main issue is we need to solve higher order differential equations when we are solving this kind of problems. So is there anything to worry? Now there is no need for you to worry because there is something for our rescue. There is a good news, and the good news is that we have Laplace transform. And that is precisely the reason why we study Laplace transform, to avoid the complex mathematical process. We want to do away with the complex mathematical process. We don't want to do integral and differential equation solving and everything. We want to do away with it. And for that, the help is, we get the help from Laplace transform. So what is Laplace transform? Laplace transform is a powerful mathematical tool or technique which enables us to solve linear differential equations by using algebraic methods. What is the meaning of algebraic methods? Algebraic methods means by the method of simultaneous equation or quadratic equation, like that. Polynomials. When we get the mathematics from differential equations, when we take the mathematics from differential equations to algebraic equations, it becomes very easy. Why? Because algebraic equations you have solved below your 10th standard level. Some of you might remember that I had told you that for engineering, 70% of mathematics is concentrated on mathematics that is below 10th standard, or you can say up to 10th standard. 15% depends on your knowledge of matrix, and rest small percentage will depend on your knowledge of integration and differentiation. And I'm not saying that you have to avoid it, but you need not fear it, because the majority of mathematical work basically deals with algebraic equation. And what Laplace transform does is it changes this differential equation, whatever you are having here, into a simple algebraic quadratic equation or simultaneous equation, and you can solve it very easily. That is the reason why we study the Laplace transform. So, this module you will study time domain behavior of circuits, how to find out what will be the output waveform when you have some kind of an input waveform given as the power or as the voltage source or current source, and that will be done with the help of applications of Laplace transform. Thank you.